thought that Taylor Swift lyrics would be quoted by a politician on Capitol Hill? Well, Tuesday they were. There's a hearing to try and get to grips with what actually happened when her tour you weren't able to get a ticket for. Was it that too much demand flooded the system? Was it that bots were sucking up all the tickets? Or is it that there's too much control by one key company, Live Nation? It controls a whole host of live venues across the United States, but it also owns Ticketmaster, which is then the only way to get the ticket when you're at that particular venue. People say that there's not enough competition. SeatGeek CEO out there saying the only way to drive competition is to break up Live Nation and Ticketmaster that came together in 2010. This argument keeps coming back time and time again. Pearl Jam made this argument back in the 90s. It's been revisited on Capitol Hill, and now for the third straight time, they're going to digest whether really competition would help you get your hands on the tickets that you want.
Who'd have thought politicians quoting Swiftie, not just you? But ultimately, this is kind of fascinating, isn't it? That once again, people just arguing there is too much consolidation in a space. Interesting, on a day we were just sort of discussing the DOJ looking at Google, everyone's still looking at Ticketmaster.
Yeah, I confide in you. I bought some tickets recently. When you start the year, people say, what do I want to go to this year? They're often expensive. And when you look at how you buy them, well, actually, it's true. The Bloomberg reporting shows Ticketmaster is often the only option, right, other than in the secondaries market. But it's what people have been talking about on Instagram, Twitter, and take it to TikTok as well to kind of vent about their experiences. But it reminds you, why do we have oversight?
Yes.
Why do we have this discussion on marketplace competition?
And why do you have those select committees bringing up CEO of SeatGeek, for example, to say the only answer is to split them up? The competition is thin. There's a secondary market, StubHub, but isn't it interesting? On our own Twitter poll, we went to you, the audience, and asked what you thought. Most people said, where else am I going to be getting these tickets? When itself, Live Nation has more than 100 of these really great places to go and watch music.
Right, and that's the answer. Where else would I go? And it goes back to my point. You start your year, you go, which gig do I want to go to? Which show have I dreamed of? You only have one option.
Yeah. At the moment, where else do I go is the winner on that particular poll. But just, it seems to be a day here in San Francisco when we've talked so much about earnings. We've also talked so much about regulation, about oversight. It's a real story of Washington meets Silicon Valley at the moment.
And it never, ever goes away.